Hello everybody and welcome back to the Edwin Fernio Vehicle Review channel here at Edwin Fernio Vehicle Sales, and today we've got another Suzuki TS to show you. Now, before we looked at a TS125, well, we've cut the engine in half and today we're bringing you a TS125 from 1978. Now, as you can see, this has been beautifully restored. It was originally in yellow, but they've mixed some paints up and have come up with this lovely blue. And it is in fantastic condition, but as I've already gone through some of the, let's say, history and details on the 250 review, which go check out if you haven't seen it already, we thought the best thing to do with this is to get Ed out on it to the local village, back again, see how it rides, see how it performs in 2026, because I'm sure there's many of you out there watching that maybe owned one of these or aspired to own one of these when you were younger. And let's be fair, it is an absolute fantastic looking bike. Be great to see how it rides. I'm going to stop waffling. If you want any more details about this bike, by the way, all the information is on screen. This is for sale down here at Edwin Fernio Vehicle Sales. Let's go.
So on Edwin Fernio's reviews today, we're going out on a TS125. Lovely little two-stroke. Let's put my guard down and away we go. Obviously not going to push this because she's an old machine, so we're just going to take it nice and slowly and leave some lovely blue smoke behind us, which for you heathens is the best selling aftershave you could ever want to wear, called two-stroke oil. It's a man's dream. So we're bobbing along nicely, nice and steady on this 1974 TS125, and she's lovely. Does exactly what you would expect, which we always say, but she bobbles along quite nicely. And because we get so many comments on this, and it's going to be dry today, we'll just go through the water because we can. And off we go. You'll be pleased to know I have got some very wet feet now. Never thought twice about that. It's a lot deeper than I thought, but it's quite refreshing. So she bobbles along quite nicely, goes through the gears okay. When I was 17 I would have loved this bike. Never had a TS, obviously the DT, but never really had a bike on the road till I was 30. My mother wouldn't let me have one. I could have one in the fields but not on the road. Okay, so we'll turn around here, around the little flat roundabout, and then off we go. I mean, we just all love that sound of a two-stroke. This is a great Sunday afternoon bike. Up and over the bridge. I'm not going through the water again, my feet are just drying out. Over we go. That's it, we're flying now in top gear, doing all of 40 miles an hour. Like I say, I'm not going to push this bike. But what a lovely day for it. No air conditioning on this bike, I'm afraid, so it's a little bit warm in this jacket. But with nice wet feet, it's great. Obviously we've got loads of bikes in stock, so please pop and see us. Some right sweet shop.
Right then, so Ed as promised, has taken this fabulous Suzuki TS125 over to Colton and back, and I believe he's got wet feet because you went through the brook, right?
It's a lot deeper than I thought it was, but I have got wet feet.
Surprisingly, considering we're supposed to be in a drought at the minute in the UK, and you've managed to get wet feet by going through a brook that is deeper than you thought it was going to be. Well, regardless of the fact that you've soaked yourself, the TS125 out and about on the road again. What are your thoughts, mate? Because it's a fantastic bike.
Well,
You took the TS250 out for a spin, didn't you?
Yeah.
This isn't, I suppose, going to be overly dissimilar. So what was this like?
A little bit less power, obviously.
Right.
If I was 17 again and this was a 125 on the market, it'd be lovely. I mean, it pulls, it does exactly what it should do, which is, I know we say that a lot on these videos, but they do. I mean, that's what they're all about.
I think this is a fantastic restoration as well. Like some of the things, some of the bikes that you get in here, you can tell have been wonderfully restored.
Yes.
This was originally yellow. Obviously, it's changed slightly to a lovely shade of blue now.
Yes.
But I tell you what a bike, really. Like, I mean, if you want something that you're going to relive your youth, or maybe something that you're thinking, I'd love to have one of them back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't have a TS, you had a DT. We've got a DT right here. You had one of those.
Yes, we did.
Dare I ask what the difference is in terms of riding compared to the Ami were?
Well, this is Suzuki, that's Yamaha, that's the big difference.
Well, obviously that.
But no, I mean, they are both 1970s bikes. They ride exactly the same. They sound fantastic. They're two strokes. You know,
smell.
On the road test, you'll hear me talking about, you know, it's the aftershave that we all wanted. It's the two-stroke smell. We love it.
What could you see somebody using this for, Ed?
It's a fun bike.
It's a fun bike.
Yeah. Of course, obviously pop down to the pub, Sunday afternoon ride. Yeah. It's a fun bike. It's to look at. We know it's not original colour. We know it's not perfect, pristine, but it's a usable, classic motorcycle.
Was it responsive?
Yes, and it pulled up well. It went well. You opened the throttle if she wanted to go. I didn't give it loads of beans because she's old. And I don't want everybody thraping out of me at my age, so I don't want this. I don't want this to be thraped.
Yeah.
It's a good usable bike, but I mean, just looking at the bike, if you wanted one back in 1978, 1980, or whenever, this is the bike you would have loved to have had.
So I mean, as I said, these Suzuki TSs, they came around in 1970.
Yeah.
And you can see that the original seats, obviously, it's all been restored, it's all been brought back to life.
Yes.
And that's what we like about it. In terms of the off-roading and the comfortable, because you mentioned talking about this bike, you know, was it comfy to ride, or was it did it have a bit too much of?
No, it's comfy to ride. I mean, round off-roading, I mean, it'd be great because you've got enough power in bottom gear to get up and go. You could green lane on this bike if you wanted to. Would I want to do it? It's an old bike. You know, I wouldn't want to be going up into the Peak District, green laning this bike and breaking down up there, because she, as we keep saying, she's an old bike, but she's classic.
What I like about this bike is its simplistic nature.
Oh yeah.
So obviously, from a maintenance point of view as well, you're not having to take a ton of things off the side and route round to get into where you need to get, right? No,
you got no fairings or anything like that to worry about. So it's just a typical on-road, off-road bike. So yeah, I don't think anybody who is looking for something like this will know what they're after. They're not going to expect it to be perfect. They're not expecting it to do thousands of miles a year. It is a classic off-road, on-road bike.
Yeah.
And they would have wanted one when they were 17. Everybody did.
Yeah, and you want it to stop as well. And obviously this has got drum brakes on both front and rear. I mean, it pulled up all right for you?
Yeah, fine. No problems at all.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll have any trouble with that at all.
One thing we haven't spoken about is the CCI fuel injection system on this. Obviously, that was a big thing, I think, back then. And just saves having to worry about that pre-mixing, doesn't it?
Yeah, it saves you pre-mixing. Obviously, it mixes itself, CCI.
Yeah.
The system, the DT was exactly the same, but we would have mixed it to be safe because we couldn't guarantee the pump, because we used to wreck those just ragging around fields. So this all works, as does the DT. We make sure as the pump does pump it in, it's literally when you open your throttle, it just pulls a pump and injects a little bit of oil in as well.
5-speed gearbox on this? Was it changing?
I would say it's a 5-speed gearbox.
Was it changing around?
Yeah, no
okay,
problems
changing
at all.
through the gears.
When people ask me about how many gears it's got as many until you stop pulling on it. That's what I always say.
Right, okay.
So it's all right to say it's got a 5-speed gearbox. Yeah, it probably has. I don't know. When it stops going up a gear, I know I'm in top.
Well, that's a good way to distinguish, I suppose, what gear you're in. In terms of fuel capacity, we've mentioned the lovely paint job on this fuel tank. 9.7 litres of fuel on this. You got around, I think it's about 90 kg when dry, around about that. So it's not a heavy bike, is it?
No.
And that's one of the things, if you're looking for a bike, and especially this, if you wanted one back in the day, maybe you own one, you're thinking, I don't want something heavy that I'm going to have to lug around.
Yeah.
I mean, I've just had to move it through a sea of motorcycles that's in Ed's shop, and just moving it around, no problem at all, just lifting the back end up, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a heavy bike, so, you know, it was designed for a 17-year-old, but,
Yeah, of course.
you know, even us, like, 60 years old, you can move that about quite happily.
So Ed said it was obviously designed for a 17-year-old back in the 1970s, but one thing's for sure, the suspension on this was absolutely sound, wasn't
What are
it?
you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that Ed's not 17 anymore, and we've just been to Greg's. But like what I'm saying is, it's going to be comfy,
Yes,
and it's going to support you.
Mate, it wasn't bottoming out.
It wasn't bottoming out, and that's the main thing. Even though, I was a bit concerned because obviously you went through the brook, and you've come out looking like you're wearing waders.
Yeah, well,
but you're not. Yeah. But anyway, fantastic. Great to see you out on this again. You can see we've got other trails bikes behind us. We've got another TS behind. We've got a 185 back here. We'll probably do maybe a review on that at some point.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
And obviously we've got the DT175 Yami that we've already done a review on. Do go check that out. But there's plenty more to come here on the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want any more information on this particular motorcycle that Ed's got here for sale down here at Edwin Fernio Vehicle Sales, all the information is on the screen. Get in touch, drop an email, give him a call, comment on the video, yada yada. You know the drill. We're happy to answer any questions you have on this. But what a machine. We had to bring you another TS because, as I said, the last video we did on one was so successful. We wanted to bring you this, a 125 version. We've got a 185 to show you at some point in the future. But for myself and Ed, thanks again for going out and taking it for a spin.
Thanks for watching.
And we will see you again on another review here on the Edwin Fernio Vehicle Review channel.